Hey, sorry, give me a second. I'm doing something in the background. Melrick, what up? Starts in 18 minutes. Yeah, Obama, what up? Around 18 minutes. Hey, Flower, what up? How's it going? Did you guys watch Demon Slayer already? You guys watch Demon Slayer? The episode's gonna be mind blowing. Yeah. Did you guys read the manga already? Woke up. I just woke up for this. Mute this, please. This is gonna be annoying. You should mute this.
What? Oh, what are you talking about?
But you didn't have to say it. I mean,
Want to get the enemy out of me.
Sorry. Every time I change screens, it does that. No, it's not 36 minutes. Okay, let me find a better one. 18 minutes. 18 minutes supposedly? 24 minutes. No, I think it's 18 minutes. I got a bit scared. My bad. Every time I change the screen, it does that. Chat. minutes? I think 20 minutes. It should start in 20 minutes. 23 minutes.
自由形の時にバタフライで泳ぐのはすごい抵抗はあったんですけど、50メートルで戦う方がまだ世界には近いかなっていうふうに思ってるので。
この先を見据えた強化プランの一環としてバタフライを選択した一定。
I want to see reaction there. So I read the manga, bro. I got spoiled. Flower. I watched the manga. The reason why I read the manga is because I got spoiled. Comments. I really got spoiled by comments, man. Really got me. Watched everything. I pretty much watched it.
It has control over every subject of Ymir, not to mention all titans and titan shifters. For 100 years, its powers were severely weakened due to the vow-renouncing war, but luckily for Eren, that vow only affects people who have royal blood. As a result, he can use its true abilities when the right conditions are met, which is unlike most of his recent predecessors. By my count, there are 10 characters who have used the Founder's power that we know of, and in this video I'll be going through the
You guys want to watch this? I don't want to spoil it.
In the process, we'll discuss the different ways they've used it, and where the power of the Titans even comes from, but spoiler warning ahead for the second half of the final season. If you're interested in more content like this, then do check out my Attack on Titan playlist, since I've now done a video on all of the 9 shifters. Okay, so the first person on this list is Ymir Fritz, who was the original founding titan from nearly 2,000 years ago. For a long time, it was speculated that her abilities came from some kind of deal with the devil.
Did you say he?
The truth is even more bizarre.
Flower, did you say he? He streamed it? It's a she. It's a she. Or a it. It streamed it.
A powerless child in a random village. However, one day her people were attacked by a tribe known as the Eldians. This tribe was led by a man called Fritz, and they proceeded to kill Ymir's parents, cut out her tongue, and capture her as a slave for good measure. Soon afterwards, she was made to perform various tasks for the Eldians alongside the other slaves, and this included things like transporting jugs of water and looking after the pigs. On one fateful day, she intentionally left the gate of the pig pen open, allowing one of the pigs to escape. And this decision, although it seemed harmless at first,
oh my bad, yeah, you better be sorry. Better be sorry.
By letting the animal go, she was almost immediately blamed for it, and Eldian soldiers were sent by Fritz to chase her through the forest. Even though the situation seemed hopeless, a wounded Ymir continued to stumble forward to survive, and this is where we come to the origin of the Titans. In chapter 137, Zeke gave Armin a lesson about how life on Earth began, and during that monologue we saw these
oh my gosh, spoilers.
One on the left made a brief appearance during the season 2 opening, but the creature in the center is the real one we need to talk about. This type of worm is referred to as hallucigenia, which is an extinct species that existed hundreds of millions of years ago in the real world. In the Attack on Titan universe though, a large mutated version of this creature existed during Ymir's lifetime, and it had the power to largen other things. Within the Eldian forest there was a massive tree that stood high above all others, and its size was likely caused by the hallucigenia living underneath it. Of course, Ymir herself had no reason to suspect anything, so she walked into this tree thinking she'd have a place to hide, but soon fell down into the water below. As she desperately struggled for breath, the mutant worm quickly approached her and fused itself into her spine. This merging of human and hallucigenia is what led to the creation of the first founding titan, with her invincible body towering over everything in sight. In terms of her design, this original titan had distinctive features that we don't often see, like her protruding ribs and the fact her skull has no flesh whatsoever. While there is no official confirmation on her size, I'd estimate that she's at least taller than the Colossal, although let me know in the comments what you think her exact height might be. Now, despite her newfound power, Ymir returned to serve.
I still remember when your stream turned off on the first. Wait, I still remember when your stream turned off first episode. AZ, what up? Hopefully, I fixed it. I think I know how to get rid of. I know how to get rid of the copyright thing.
And anything useful to LD's expansion.
I think hopefully.
Unfortunately, she didn't have access to the coordinates full abilities. This will become clearer as the video goes on.
Okay, you guys want to watch? I don't want to spoil you guys. I swear half you guys haven't seen read the manga.
People descended from Ymir herself. Regular human beings are totally unaffected by things like memory manipulation, for example, so at this point in history she couldn't use its true potential. Regardless of that, the Eldian Empire was still able to expand at a ridiculously fast rate, and King Fritz became a very powerful individual. Ymir would go on to have 3 of his children over the years, with their names being Maria, Rose and Sheena, which may sound familiar because the walls on Paradise were named after them. On the day their mother died, the king was addressing his soldiers in the military when one of them rose up and straight up tried to assassinate him. He threw a spear at Fritz with pinpoint accuracy.
Okay, I don't want to spoil. We can watch Japanese cartoons. This is what's this is the channel's coming on. Bro, the Valentine's is literally gonna show today. Spoil the hell out of these kids. No, bro, I don't want to do that. Bro, these kids spoiled out me, man. Kids spoiled me in the comment section, so I had to like read the manga. I was already reading manga since I already got spoiled.
親のためとかじゃなくてさ。お前に会いに来たんだ。大変だったよ。
Oh my bad. Engineer. Man's an engineer, man.
Myself, let her put it to the side.
Look at Curry, man.
Why can't you want me like the other boys do?
Wait, Mitsuha. のどこにいても、俺が必ずもう一度会いに行くって。
Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man.
As long as they have the will to live. It's probable that Ymir's will to live vanished when she looked up at King Fritz, as the two of them made direct eye contact after she was attacked. In that moment, her daughters were crying, but the king himself showed no emotion despite the fact she just saved his life. He simply told her to stand up and get back to work,
What
and
a
only
pig.
when she heard this did her eyes begin to close. Her soul was reborn in what we now know to be the past dimension, and from there she would have probably the worst job of all time. In all the times people have been using the Titans, it was Ymir who was creating those Titan bodies out of sand and then sending the flesh and bones to that person through paths. In the final chapter,
I know it says 15. I don't know why it says 15 minutes, but it's 5 minutes. Because I remember last week it was like that as well.
Aaron confirming it was because she loved him. Clearly we know the king did not love her back, but in dying she still followed his final order to work because she felt connected to the world she left behind. Before we move on to the next founding Titan, we should probably mention the Curse of Ymir, which is something that affects all Titan shifters. Since she died 13 years after getting her Titan, none of her descendants are able to surpass that length of time, with their bodies deteriorating when the time gets closer.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ways, as
Alright.
Shingeki looked pretty normal when his time was about to
We're gonna be watching Japanese. Watching Japanese stretching.
手を軽く握って斜め後ろ
3 minutes. Well, I can't control the time.
伸びます。
3 minutes until it starts.
反対側もお腹の周り
Get
が伸びてい
ready.
る
Get ready.
こと
Jump.
を意識しましょ
Get
う。
ready. Get ready. Get ready.
あと2回。気持ちよく伸びていますか？
Mushi mushi. Ayo. After this, we're watching Demon Slayer. Maybe like 30 minutes after this episode ends, we're watching Sub Demon Slayer.
ねじったり伸ばしたりする運動は2人で行うとより効果が高まります。
背中合わせに座って上半
Oh,
身
it
を
didn't start
ねじり
yet.
ます。
Didn't start yet.